Welcome to MEA Cafe. Thank you for joining us. This is MEA Cafe, where we talk about controversial topics to the Arab American interest. I'm your host, Sarah Massoud. Today joining me are three young ladies. We have Natalie, Angie, and Angela. Today's topic is about the difference of generations from our parents' era to our today's society, with us growing up in college and having different views, different backgrounds, from beliefs, values, morals, decisions, anything. Do you guys believe that there is a problem with how we are compared to how our parents raised us because of their generation?
I think where we lack is communication with the society. With a lot of the kids now don't have a hard time adjusting to, our parents being born from another country and coming here and adjusting to American life. And then you have to teach these kids are trying to teach their parents, like, no, mom, no, dad, it's not like this, it's like this.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's where it is. There's just lack of communication.
That's true. I'm going to come right back to you. What do you think, Angie?
I think our parents' generation, they were more hardworking. Our generation they're more dependent. They depend on our parents. They don't know how it is to actually go and work and get a job, how to earn your money.
Yeah.
They don't.
Natalie, I'm going to ask you something that Angela right here mentioned, that she said we are kind of teaching our parents how it is, how it should be. Do you agree with that? Is it because we're a little bit embarrassed that our parents have this different perception?
No, I agree definitely with her because, sorry, messed up.
That's okay, just restart.
Like our generation, we're more Americanized, and our family, they want us to live their kind of lifestyle, and we don't like it because basically it is embarrassing.
Why?
Because I'm sorry,
That's okay.
just relax. I never did this, but they want us not to basically. They want to control us, and we can't. We don't want that. We want to live our freedom. We came to America for freedom, not to be in still in the Iraq, stuff like that.
I understand. If I was to ask you guys one question right now, what is it that you could say that you could appreciate that our parents have taught us, have they raised us? You guys are Chaldean, I'm Greek Lebanese. Obviously, we have been raised with a lot of values. So I'm sure you guys appreciate something that our parents have taught us.
Absolutely. I have to say morals, values, the amount of respect they teach to have for ourselves, and the amount of love they plant in us from it's like a seed that they plant. So it's almost like that it's an undescribable love.
Right.
They do. That's their way that they show their love is through that. So I think that's something I would definitely take with me forever, is the amount of respect and values and morals my parents have taught me, and that I could take on to another level with my own family, with my own children.
Right. I want to tackle a little bit on the fact that our parents' generation was very conservative. Right?
Yes.
We can all agree they're extremely conservative, and especially our women.
Yes.
Women back then were just, now, even girls now, but women back then were pretty much to be married off. And now women nowadays are, no, I want my career, I need to work before I get married, before I get tied down. How do you guys feel about that? I mean, being our culture, we get married pretty young.
My parents never pushed the subject of marriage on me at all. They were always like, get your education, marriage will come. Get your do this, and everything will come in time.
Right.
So I wasn't in that. I thank God I was in a home where, but that was not where they pushed us off to marriage. But it's not that education was number one primary in our household. No matter not that my parents didn't have that education where it was available to them. Okay. They had to come to the country and learn everything from beginning to end.
Right.
So I have a lot that I me to say, go do this, and this is more important than this.
Right. So you guys do like the adjustment of our culture transitioning to from being married off or arranged marriage to you go get your degree, make sure you're okay, and then the marriage could come later.
Basically, everyone came here to have freedom, and that's what, that's the most important thing to have in America, in my opinion.
Perfect. You speak of freedom, yet what are our limits? Because we go to college, right? And we're not supposed to do certain things that we're not allowed to do, obviously, in our culture, going out, drinking, partying, we get away with that. So where's our freedom to that? Like, do we tell our college friends, no, I'm not allowed to do that? No, we don't say that. No, I'm going to be there. I'm going to make it happen. I'll be at that party, right? You make that happen. So where do we stand up to our friends that can't understand our culture? Because let's face it, we have a curfew. We've always had a curfew. It doesn't matter for 25, 28, you live in your parents' home, you have to follow the rules, you know. So where are you guys, would you guys be embarrassed, like you guys are a little bit in your early 20s, to say I have to be home at 10?
Yes. People are very judgmental, so if you say, like, you can't really say that.
Right. Would you say, oh my God, no, I have to go to work?
No.
Or like, what do you say?
No, in time, I think that it doesn't come into play. You learn to appreciate that after a while because, you know, when you see the concern, you say, hey, you know what? I understand why they're scared or why they're worried. As far as, like, I think our families have given us that much space, at least in my household.
Right.
My father, my mother, as long as they know where I'm at and what I'm doing, it doesn't matter what it is. It's just that they're just like, you know, come home at a decent hour.
Right.
You know, this is the thing. This is why a lot of the Chaldean girls have that problem because they don't know how to communicate because the parents just don't understand. They don't understand, like, girls can just go to dinner or go to a movie and they're going to come home.
Okay.
They're not worried that they don't trust their child.
Okay.
They're just worried that of the outside world. The outside world could hurt their child. That's what it is.
Now, being that our culture is quite conservative and we have to dress in a certain way, obviously, we have to be quite reserved. So how do you guys feel that our culture portrays in, you know, being mixed with today's society where fashion is a must at all costs and of appeal? So how do you guys think that we have we lacked our cultural view? Do we still dress conservative? Like, how do you guys see that right now?
I think everyone is unique, to be honest with you.
That's a good way to put it.
I mean, of course, I'm sure even back then, there were people, like, that went against how to dress and showed off more and stuff.
Okay.
So I think it's still the same thing, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys disagree on that one. But I think it's basically, it all depends on you. It doesn't matter if you're Chaldean or, you know, white or anything. It doesn't matter what your religion is or what your culture is.
Okay, perfect. Well, we do have Sahar Masood من Flint. أهلا.
Hello?
أهلا سحر.
أهلا. Hi, Sarah. How are you?
Good, أنتو كيفك أنتي؟
Fine, حبيبتي. I'm so glad you are on the show and you discuss very important subject, really, and it's very, like, you know, light subject. Okay, go ahead, Sarah.
Okay. إذا فيك تسمعيني منيح؟
Yeah.
You kind of echoing a little bit. Okay, perfect. كان بدي أسألك شو بتفكري يعني بالحالة الموضوع with the generation differences وشو بتفكري في إذا في مشكلة the generation اللي أنت you grew up واللي إحنا فينا حلها إذا في مشكلة شو بتشوفي شو بتفكري؟
Okay, first, what you like me to talk, like Arabic or English? Which one you prefer more?
مع بعض.
Both? Okay, listen. First of all, حبيبتي, about like our احنا generation, الجيل تبعنا, احنا تربينا a lot of morals, a lot of values, okay? We respected our parents, doesn't matter what they say, we respect what they say without sometimes to think about it. Because they tell us, when you grow up, you're going to know what we mean. And we just follow what they said, and we obey them very well. Now, these days, your generation, you still respect your parents, but the only thing you don't respect our
معكي شوي.
Yeah.
Sahar has stated the fact that ما في عنا وقت for our families, for everything. كل شيء بنعمل كل شيء سريع. You know, everything is fast-paced technology. Do you guys want to speak to her? Do you guys disagree or agree?
No, I completely agree. Like, my life is around the computer. Everything's around my phone. Everything's run on email. My whole life is like that. I mean, a couple days ago, my mom was telling me, she's like, you have no time for your family anymore. She's like, all you do is work, church stuff. You come home, you're busy with this part and this and this and that. She's like, what about your family? And I mean, yesterday being like Thanksgiving, like I had nothing to do. Like, my phone sat on the table, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it felt good not to pick up my phone and have to look at an email or worry about work or worry about this or worry about that. So yeah, we are addicted to the technology and the things that we have in this life. I mean, 5 years ago, I didn't have a phone where I can check my email. I didn't. So now it's there, and I have 3 emails that come to it. So
Perfect. What about you, Anne?
Well, I don't mean to offend anyone,
No, go ahead. Yeah.
but I think with the way the world is now and how we actually live day by day, it's like, no disrespect, but it's better than how it was before. Because
Okay.
before, what did they accomplish? Nothing.
Okay, but
Like, I think our education
right.
is like, we're more educated.
And also, back then, there wasn't no computers or anything. They
Right.
didn't know what was going on in the world, you know?
right.
So,
I'm sure Sahar.
Yeah.
I'm sure سمعت البنات كانوا بيحكوا عن the fact that technology هلا it's better for the lifestyle بس كمان in your time كانوا البنات the kids, the children in general كانوا بيحكوا مع أهلهم for everything, every decision. And now if kids want advice, they go on Google. So شو فيك تقولي عن هذا الموضوع؟
فيني أقول عن هذا الموضوع إنه الأولاد صاروا بعيد عن أهلهم because everyone right now the luxury life make the relationship between the parents and the kids is very 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 like far away of each other. ليش؟ لأنه كل واحد عنده their own room, their own computer, their own phone, their own like privacy. Everybody has like their own space, which is they don't let anybody else to come their space, which is wrong. Before كان إحنا كلياتنا ننام بأوضة واحدة. The girls had one room and the boys had one room, though, and they discuss everything before they go to sleep. They talking with like مع بعضهم بيحكوا مشاكلهم لبعض. كل واحد بيقول لأخوه شو يعمل. There's very strong relationship, even the dad and the mom.
خليني شوي أسألهم شيء.
Yeah.
She's saying that obviously back in her days and كان في عنا مشكلة كان بنروح على أبونا وأمنا اسألهم كل شيء. هلا everything's on the computer. Our friends, we want for our friends.
Yeah.
So do you guys have sisters? How do you guys communicate? Because at the end of the night, we're girls. We like to oh my God, tell me about your day and talk before we go to sleep. So do you guys spend time with your sisters, your family, at least your brothers? I know our parents are like whatever, but maybe like our brothers or siblings. Do you guys spend time with them?
yes, we do.
I mean, I have 3 brothers and 2 live out of the state. So
Okay.
I have one that's here, but I have no sisters. So my mom is the closest person to me.
Okay.
And but I'm very very I'm blessed to have that relationship with my mom. Like it wasn't always like that. And it was like experiences in life, obstacles in life that I had to go through as a person to say, hey, you know what? My mom is the only person that's there for me no matter what. I mean, I could run to a friend, but that advice is literally going to go out the window.
Right.
It's
I
just
can
bad.
Angie, you have like
I have 4
8
older sisters.
I was going to say I was
and
going to
2 younger
exaggerate.
brothers.
So how does that? Are you guys close or are you
Yeah,
guys?
I mean, I